Streak is 0. Try the slugs. Boop boop. Alright, Slug A. It actually has starting weapons, which is nice. It only has 2 crew, which is pretty much the only weakness. Yeah, I really have no idea what I could have done. Biobeam. Wow, Biobeam, green blue option. Hey, the civilian ship. Biobeam is not so good against you. Okay, well, you have no shields, which is nice. Burst Laser 2 is scary. Burst Laser 2 Small Bomb is, like, the most terrifying weapon setup in Sector 1. Now, they don't have shields. We do have buffer points, though. And with the breach, because they can't repair it. Yeah, whatever. The unmanned ship cannot repair the breach, and since it can't do that, the weapon system never comes back online. I just don't want to get continuously hitting my weapons here. So yeah, by the time we actually got to the store in Sector 2, like, it would have been a dive. Like, it would have been a dive. So there was just no go. Sure, I'll take an NG. Hey. Cool. NG's a ridiculously strong pickup here. Most blue options in the game. Double repair speed. Gives us somebody to man weapons for that man weapon bonus. Until I get their weapon system down, I don't like trying to biobeam. Hey, you hacked my engines. That's mean. That is a really good dodge. Alright, you're putting in 2. Oh, there's a fire. Okay, fire's cool. Fire is good for us. So the biobeam does 60 damage. That power switch. Those frustrating should play in hard for you. I feel the Federation C just makes you yeah, Federation C, Stealth B, and like the Rock A are 3 ships where it's very much like you can absolutely lose even with optimum play. They're just incredibly vulnerable ships. Don't I have Slug repair gel? Thanks. Those are what I would say are like the classic 3 worst ships in FTL. Then you have things like the NGB, Stealth C. Again, what we're talking about are ships that have, like, Sector 1 is FTL. As much as there's, you know, I mean, there's 8 sectors, there's the flagship fight, there's all these other things. Sector 1 in hard mode is FTL. It is the sector I lose the most runs in. A third of my runs have been lost in Sector 1, and then I would probably chalk up close to another 15-20% of runs where I just, like, I made it out of Sector 1, but I was so far behind after that I couldn't make it up. Do I want to go to Sword Cell Slug Repair Gel? Really? Cav4 fuel. Cool. Reactor upgrade. Neat. get my fuel back, I guess. It is FTL sort of, so FTL is kind of reliant on examine intruders on board. Okay, your weapons can potentially hurt me. Yeah, no, I mean, that's the problem with Rock A. It has a built-in you're dead. And because Dead Sea has a lot of problems, I mean, he has the 4 crew, 2-person teleporter's weak, the artillery flak is weak, and the other thing, ooh, I don't want that online. The other thing is, because in hard mode, the AI does specifically target rooms. There's an algorithm that it uses. By not having a weapon charging, it actually makes it much more likely that it is going to hit you in, like, not your weapons because you don't have a weapon. So it's enemy ships are going to target your shields, your engines, and your piloting more so. All right, that offline. Could you, like, get in there and help out? Thanks. Awesome. Good job. But yeah, we're now at -1. Took too long to get a weapon online, and just had, like, did nothing for an entire sector. Couldn't do it. Can't make that up. Not with that ship. It doesn't come with enough of anything. I mean, I think we only got, like, 3-4 crew kills. I mean, we had scrap. We actually had scrap. We just never found a store to sell. Targeting system moves much more often. No, it doesn't just target it more often. There is actually, it's a specific algorithm. There's a way to manipulate the AI. So, like, there's a new strategy with the Stealth B where you man the sensors and you actually turn off the glaive beam in timing with the enemy's firing solutions. And doing so, like, drops the chances of them targeting your weapon system to, like, 6.5%. Like, that's actually a thing. Jerks off my ship. And so there's a lot of, like, strategies of, like, also, like, venting your ship, dipping your oxygen below 50%. It makes it more likely to target your O2 system and directly reduces them wanting to, say, target your weapon system. Ooh, that resist. Alright. So the nice thing about this, I mean, there's actually a lot of things. One, against the 3 power weapon systems, we have 3 starting weapons. It can get crew kills. It's kind of amazing as well. Crew kills give you about 15% more scrap, plus a higher chance of getting free stuff. Free stuff is good stuff. So I know, Scott, so there's always this, like, thing within the FTL community. People are like, like, hacking, it's so overpowered because you can win runs you should have lost. Why is that a problem with hacking and not with sort of how the game is designed? I've not played Captain's Edition. Hey, lad, how are you? I'm just gonna take the 10 scrap here. That gets our second shield online. The fact that this has hacking, an ion, and a beam weapon, I'll just take the shield. Shield is good. Whoa, what? What are you wooing there? What's going on? Are things happening? stuff. I mean, oh yeah, we did lose. We are on a, I don't have like a sub notification on at this time. No, yeah, I tried to sneak it in there like a cell system. So, Elad, welcome to the murder most foul. Thank you for the subscription. Do appreciate it. And how are you doing this evening? We're totally gonna defend the outpost here. Because, oh, you have pretty good weapons. We also have pretty decent weapons. Once we do 1 damage, we should be okay. Nice. 1,000. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Super kind of you. Not necessary in the slightest. Bum bum. Oh, that doesn't even matter. I finally can give you money. This is true, I suppose. What do I want to do with 32 scrap? Exit. So, like, my problems with FTL, again, Sector 1 is actually patently unfair in certain things. The shield hacking event, like, should not exist. In civilian sectors, there's a drone that will turn off a level 2 shields. Like, it turns off, it takes out an entire shield, so even giving a buffer point won't save you. And then it could actually have, like, 2 beams or a drone in a beam. It's disgusting. Yeah, we'll explore the asteroid field. Again, I mean, all you're looking for as a player is like a chance. Like I have totally I complain about like the amount of losses I have in Sector 1. Quite a few of them are totally my fault. Like undoubtedly are like my fault. But yeah, oh, it's a pulsar. Hey, pulsar. It varies. They actually can have different sector layouts. Don't know why, just more RNG. It's actually kind of interesting. I was reading where the designers at FTL like lucked out to a certain degree because they actually didn't think that people would win as often as they were going to in FTL. They thought it was going to be a much lower percentage. So this is a LATO missile because they're not going to have a 4-power weapon system. We do want to take their weapon system offline, particularly in a pulsar that's going to take out our shields. That's a gross miss. Alright, we'll wait for the pulsar to hopefully take down the shields for us and fire 2 shots. Okay, we took their weapon off, but it did fire. 3 projectiles. Nice. Awesome. Kinda actually want my weapons back online. I also hear a fire, but I don't... Why do I hear a fire, but I don't... I know why I don't see it, because I don't have sensors on this ship. Did you power your shields if Beast Lizard 2 isn't close to firing? So that is a possibility. So the pulsar will hit your shields guaranteed if they are up and then 1 random system, or if your shields are down 2 random systems. What I was waiting for was the pulsar to hit to take down their shields to sort of maximize my shot damage. No, your weapons are down, and that's a pretty terrible reward. I really want to find out where this fire is. Oh, there it is. Hi, fire. Alright, well, my weapons went down. Duck. We almost have a crew kill. Almost. 10 health. So if you don't know what your weapons deal is their base damage times 15 to enemy crew for the most part. The exception is actually the Breach Bomb 1, which deals 30 times its base damage. Hey Thomas, how you doing? Streak got restarted again. I lost with the lost with Rock B. I didn't pick up a new weapon until Sector 4. And I was just too far behind at that point. Oh, you pulsared my medbay. That's just mean. Alright, our shields are fully charged. Here we go. Stress does not actually connect. Go into the store. Alright, what do we have? Hacking, backup battery, drone control, drones, long-range scanners. I don't need slug repair gel. Well, we could just buy hacking. And then Thomas will probably say something like, GG, you win, and then he'll go to sleep or something along those lines. Because hacking is amazing. Or we could buy long-range scanners. Or get our biobeam on the whole time. Go to work, but yeah. Okay, that too. That also. Similar, same situation. Wouldn't say GG, you only got 5 drone parts. Boop. Yeah, we don't need drone parts right now though. Like we have a ways to. Let's not go to the store. Like we have a weapon system we can totally build into. Hey there, and we'll just use it for like emergency situations. Like this is not an emergency situation. We can't be hurt. Right, this ion takes down 1 shield. This can't pierce a shield, so we're good to go. Let's take down its piloting. B. Yeah, so what happened was Sector 1 went pretty well. We actually fully trained, picked up a human to move about the ship to do repairs. Didn't take much damage. Sector 2, there was like a store right off the bat. But I couldn't really judge if I could hit it without diving or having enough scrap to even buy a weapon. By the time I saw where the fleet pursuit was, like jumping to the store, the next jump after it would have been a die, so I couldn't go. And then I didn't see a store for the rest of that sector. The next sector, we found a store first jump, but it was a 1-page store with offensive drone control, with me having 4 drones, backup battery, and doors, and no weapons. The rest are also down to only 8 bombs. But I mean, this ship starts with so much. Getting crew kills is a massive advantage. The fact that you have 3 weapons and you can sell one, plus the slug repair gel is a really big advantage. Upgraded doors is actually really nice. 14 scrap and a battery charger. Okay. And the fact that it gets crew kills. Intruders on board. Oh. Hey there. I'm gonna turn off my oxygen. And I'm to send you there. I'm gonna distract them. It shouldn't be a problem, but alright, we're going to do this. Oh no, oh, alright. And vent out the rest of the ship. Eventually they'll make their way. Okay, can easily be displayed. It is. Yeah, I mean, actually, I think the 2 crew is a problem. Like, if you get hit in, say, like, your weapons with, like, a fire or breach, like, the idea of pulling your pilot is really bad. Or your engine's crew is also not, you know, ideal. I'm gonna open the door and just fight the 3 right now. 2, as the case may be. Oh, I can actually turn on oxygen now. So that's like where it's potentially scary. The other thing is chasing crew kills is another problem. Where, like I said, so we've been doing dual laser and breaches to get out down weapon systems versus going dual lasers and anti-bio beam. That is a longer charge time. I mean, if it's safe, go for it, but if it's not, it's better to like make sure those weapons are completely down before going for crew kills. It's an easy mistake that gets made. Hey, you got a missile. And a basic laser, okay. Okay. Clone Bay. Oh, I also don't want auto fire on here. Okay, once the missile's down, we don't take any damage. They got a buffer point. I didn't turn it off. My fault. Right. I mean, like I said, unless you, well, early on, unless you get, you know, your 2 shields, and then, you know, you're quote-unquote good to go. Not a problem here. Well, 4 missiles is sort of tempting, but not really. Never crow's fault. Well, it's kind of you to say, or type. I have been known to make a mistake or 2. 3, 4, stuff. What do I want? 32 scrap. We could buy a power bar. Could be wrong. No, let's just turn off O2. Get that online. If we buy power, sure, just gives us the option. One, 2, 3. Ooh, this sector is... the layout's actually not great. Intruders on board. Okay. I'm noticing a theme here. Theme of I'm not gonna get much scrap. Seems like you're ignoring some easy crew kills. I mean... with the last fight, I mean, it's possible I could have switched over to the bio beam and then shot him in the clone bay. I just chose not to eat missiles. dock with the platform, use blast doors, get fuel. 1, 2, 3. When you believe me that missiles are delicious? Never? Remember, I have seen your cooking program. Alright, well that's a good reward. Another abandoned sector or Zoltan controlled. I don't like Zoltan controlled. So abandoned sector here, we don't have to deal with bombers until sector 4. But we're kind of in sketch or ooh, store. Hey store, what do you got? I mean I have hacking if I need it. Like to charge and add the battery charger. Sell, buy. Which is it to? I'm sorry. 35 scrap store. I could just sell the bio beam, and we go breach charge. Or we could sell nothing. And just go like that. I mean, 4 projectiles against 2 shields isn't too shabby. Fool me once, shame on you. Distress beacon in abandoned sector. Often empty. I also have to do like a better job on, like there's been a couple times where I've failed to properly map a sector. Alright, well let's kill some ships now, get some scrap. Inquire about the process, decline the offer, okay. Just need scrap. I will attack the slaver scum. That's Hermes, it could fire first. Okay. Actually, I don't need shields, or I have 1 shield is good enough here. Good store choice, so off to work. GG's. Oh, thank you, thank you. Have fun at work. Okay, giant missile offline. Excellent. I'm totally cool on mucking up my hacking. I'm mucking up my hacking here. I really, really don't want the giant missile to come online. Gonna give me a free rock crew member though. Interesting. Second most blue options in the game. Sure. Put you on shields. Do I want a weapon? Oh, well, if you train on weapons. Yeah, we'll swap them out. I want the NG to be free roaming for repairs. Rock's fine. Got this. Right. We really need just get scrap. Good on crew. We have a lot of other things going for us here. Like the ship. First. Cool. Okay, so we got 4 projectiles against 1 shield. Where were these low-end shields when I had the last run and couldn't, like, defeat ships? 75% evasion. What just happened? Head, repair that. Yay! Yay, only 33% evasion there. That's kind of reasonable. 33% evasion is reasonable. All I ask is reasonable. I guess next, if we can get the breach online, that will allow us to sort of move between weapons a lot cleaner. Do you need to write you a study guide on probability? No. I did take a class on statistics. And they're running away. Alright, we can potentially hack here. Okay. Oh nice, you're doing the weapons repair. Well, now hold on. Let's see. They took 60 damage. They just took another 15, 75. 2 shots does get the kill. Okay, so maybe we do get a crew kill here. We have to be really careful, though. Like, if we dealt 1 more damage, it would have taken, like, the fraction of the second for the clone bay to realize it couldn't clone any of them. And then that last shot would have destroyed the ship. And we would not have gotten the crew kill. Also, you don't work in weapons. Like, they don't heal in weapons. It's not actually a thing. Just remember that. It's not how weapons work. Cool. Sector layout. Another story. Oh, would be a nice jump. Going to the distress, exit. So 2, 3. Back around. Hey, Cousin Timmy. I have 2 slugs, 1 NG, and a rock. If you have a preference, let me know. Burst laser 2. Oh, 2 shielded ships. That's right. You're supposed to, like, exist. It's fair. No possibility of a crew kill here as well. We turn off the O2 to kick up the invasion just a little bit more. Ooh, they got a buffer point and shields. Do I want to switch over to Biobeam yet? Let's hit them in the weapons once more. Really tempting with only 2 crew there, because they're going to repair that quickly. Well, they would have if there wasn't a breach in it. I'll be the rock, I'll be the island. Is that Simon and Garfunkel? Okay, so they have given up trying to repair the breach with those 2. They're at too low of health. And now the hard part of crew kills, being patient. Simon Garfunkel Island. Because I love abandoned sectors theme, but sometimes going to sectors is just pure suicide. Yeah, like I said, Sector 4 and on is when you start dealing with bombers, and they are a bad time. Or are they a bad time? Alright, I'm holding out for the store. Actually, I want a power bar, regardless. We can get level 3 engines, which I do feel we're slightly behind on engine power. Okay, so Timmy wanted to be a rock. The rock. I assume that Riot wanted to be the NG because they're the only NG. That sort of feels like an island versus the 2 slugs. That makes sense. Well, Elad is definitely going to be a slug. I'll be a slug. Right. Well, glad you made that choice. Elad, welcome aboard. Plane board your ship only to go into a bed. Yeah, that's bad if you don't have clone base. Like that's rough if you don't have clone base. I will attack your ship. Your ship has missiles. Neat. And a small bomb. And a burst laser dose. Hey, Cousin Timmy, thank you for the follow. Oh, rude. Super rude. The rudest. Alright, I'm gonna switch the breach over there. Need to buy me a little bit of time, I think. Hacking it did slow their weapon charge, but it also does slow down the repairs a little bit. Really insane dodges. Wow, really glad we got that extra bit of engines. On 4 shots. Okay, and Biobeam should be a go. Oxygen back online. 55 health. It's close. Oh, that's a jerk move game. Jerk move. Alright, we got our hack again. We should be able to just kill them with shots. We only need that. And everyone gets healed. It's like you want me to get mind controlled. What? I want anyone to get mind controlled. Hey, Spooty, how are you? You have room for one more? Yeah. Oh, this is our second run of the day. We had a very unpleasant Rock B run earlier. Very unpleasant. Very Rock B. Power. Alright, everything runs. It's all good. Or go to the store. Want anything at the store? Do I want things at the store? 1, 2, 3. Come 1, 2, 3. That's not gonna happen. We'll see. Actually, I think I'm undefeated with the Rock C. Might be undefeated with the Rock C. B, A. Those are rough. Okay. I'm definitely feeling a crew kill here. Yeah, we did not get a new weapon until Sector 3, which is, like, not good. It's like, you know... So we can swap it because the bio beam's going to take longer to charge. I like that we're running into all these single shielded ships. Like, that would have been so much more convenient for my last run. Zip. Amazing. Fine. Ever. Not a problem. Okay, so that's 2 crew kills. I mean, unless they actually bomb us in the shields, we're not taking any damage here. Alright, let's see if this actually works. Alright, so we were able to line up the shot that he actually walked with the beam, so we got the double swipe on him. I think. Unless there was a crew rotation I wasn't paying attention to, which is also totally possible. But hey, we got 32 scrap and a crew kill. That's why I waited for a split second for the room to get hit so that they would go to do the repair. I mean, I guess we can go to the store. We might sell something. We have things to sell if they have, like, good weapons. Halberd beam does count as a good weapon. I'm just try and think of how close we are to getting that online if I want to get it online. 25. We could buy it. Then... It's so power hungry. And rightfully so. It is one of the best beam weapons in the game. It can. I mean, it was walking like a straight line, so it made it easy to target that way. Have hacking. Hacking is, like, amazing. We're in Sector 3. Sector 4, potential 3 shielded ships. I feel like the switchover probably isn't amazing. Yeah, I know, Halberd is, like, I mean, that is absolutely amazing levels of devastation and awesomeness. Not denying. It's the cost-benefit analysis, right? So, I mean, I'd be selling... Essentially, I sell these 2 to get that, and then we're running dual lasers, Halberd against 3 shielded ships, and then we're hacking every time. That's like rough. But if we're going against 3 shielded ships with the projectiles we have is also not amazing. It'd almost be tempted to go with the charge ion. Really don't know what's the right call here. Like, do I feel my defenses are good enough that we can go Halberd? If we get hit in the weapons, then we're not doing anything. And it's another 2 power to get another weapon online. I think that puts us too far behind. Like, I'd almost rather sell the bio beam, buy this and try and get into this weapon because it's just not going to be as power hungry. And go with like the breach online, 4 shots, and that. How is dual laser scales really well for late game though? Oh no, I don't. I have hacking and shots, so like late game is not typically the concern for me. It's next sector running into like, and I have before run into like three shielded ships, 3 shielded ships in a row, and I get hit once in the weapons and I can't do damage. I mean, I got hacking. Just upgrade hacking. Maybe upgrading hacking is not the craziest thing ever. I can almost get it online. One, 2, 3. What are the chances of that? 1, 2. Well, I get this jump anyways. Three drone parts for 24 scrap. I think I'm gonna need those. Okay, that's a weapon system. Again, one's shield, though. And boarding. That's where you put your scrap. Okay. I do have max dodge. Okay. Problem is when they start timing. Once that happens, we have an issue. No, we don't. Well, this run's going better than our last run, so we already lost, unfortunately. I kind of want one of them to board. Potential for crew kill, then. Oh no, I'm not having any of that. Give me that. Send the NG to fight the border. Yes, I did. The NG was available. Okay, 1 crew left. There, I guess. Take that reward. Buy drone parts. There's a case to be made for that. Oh, there was a fire over there. Also need to heal Spooty here. I mean, we have essentially what's needed to win. Jump. 35 missiles. Okay. Crap is not amazing. Next sector, Zoltan control to Slugcomb Nebula. Slugcomb Nebula is gross. Zoltan control is... let's go Zoltan control, I guess. Alright, three shielded ships are a possibility. Stolen scrap. What is the sector layout? Weird. Still hunting for scrap. Still need quite a bit more scrap. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you armed those weapons. That is 3 heavy ones and a burst 1. Ah. And they got boarding. How do I want to kill this? So these will fire before this one, so that can take down a shield, takes down a shield, and then we could be exposed to 4 points of damage. Which is not a fun time. So not a fun time. I think we try to split the shots and hope for the best on the dodge. So we do the hack after those fire. First we take his 2 hits. Okay, we got the dodge. Nice. Okay. Alright, so the fire is, like, amazing. Okay, they're going to board again. Kind of into. Why? Why the same space? Sort of convenient, I guess. Yeah. You're fine. You're fine. Alright, we'll close the doors. Another kill. This should be close. Or not? Turn that off. Oh, they got out again. Darn it. The idea is that I want them to path here. Alright, took a couple bombs, got a crew kill. Running low on those, though. Gonna hurt the weapons didn't fail? Yeah, I mean, we risked the 2 damage there. We have 1 shield, 4 projectiles against 2. It's likely we took down something. But, I mean, you know, sometimes you run into gross ships, and yeah, that's the, I guess, the, you know, RNG element of FTL. Gotta hit. I want a power bar. I don't want empty jumps. We can totally kill ships. What do you have? Ion and an halberd beam. That's interesting. I mean, in a sort of way. You should burn to ashes. Yes. I think I have an idea. Maybe. As long as we do some damage to their weapon system, should be fine. Alright, got two shields up before the halberd fired. Excellent. So they cannot hurt us. Oh yeah, I gotta do control. Yeah, you can actually do control before you click on firing weapon if you only want one weapon to alt fire, or sorry, yeah, auto fire. Are you? And hey, that helps with training. Nice. So we're kind of doing some ion stacking. Once we get trained enough in weapons, the charge ion can ion stack by itself. So what I'm talking about ion stacking is ions last for 5 seconds. That is an amazing reward. 5 fuel and 5 missiles. You will be allowed to live. And so it's firing enough projectiles, or firing projectiles fast enough that they chain. So that is that we fire a projectile before the ion cools down, and then you can keep stacking up the ion damage and eventually take systems down. A fully trained crew member can do it with the charge ion. The Ion Blast Mark II can also do it by itself with trained crew member. That's right. Alright, 39 scrap. It is... Oxygen to power's fine. I'm gonna put it into hacking in case we get into a desperate situation. Do I want to risk crew? No, thank you. Tempted, but no. This doesn't look too bad. We'll see. One ion and this has time with that. Alright, and we're safe. I shot their drone down. Okay. I guess if I'm not using hacking, I can turn on the oxygen. What a nice captain I am. Look at that, turning on the oxygen. Wow, level 3 piloting. A lot of piloting. It depends. Like if I have, you know, quote unquote crew to spare, I do have to admit that if I have like doing a cast and naming crew members, I am less inclined to do that, even if I have an abundance of crew. Big missile need to do 2 damage to your weapons. And piloting and hack should suffice here. Yeah, actually I should have hacked engines, not piloting. 3 shots will get us done, though. The reason you typically hack engines versus piloting is we don't want them to run away. And if you hack engines and do damage to the systems, then the pilot will eventually leave to help do repairs. Which is what you'd want. If we lock them into the piloting room, the FTL does continue to charge. Oh, I accidentally hit 2 and didn't see what their offer was. I'm sure it wasn't great. I'm sure it was terrible. Oh wow, level 3 oxygen. Awesome. I'm gonna try and crew kill then. Crew to spare. Right. I mean, it is actually a potentially high reward event. Ooh, so we can participate in their study and we get a low amount of scrap and some cakes made from stiff dough, or we get a fight with a drone, potentially. Yeah, as a reward. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps before the exit. So 1, 2, 3. 70 scrap and a store. Well, I still have the breach. If I can sell that off. But weapons-wise, I think I'm okay. Sector 4. I'm just trying to think if it's worthwhile. So maybe we get a little bit of scrap. Maybe we find I'm like okay with our weapon systems. I just want more money. Start thinking about going into Shields 3 though. Hey, speaking of large missiles and mind control. And it is a level 2 mind control. See, they're at 165 health. Just everything at their weapons. We do have to do 2 damage to take that missile offline. Oh, no, no, not my pilot. Not the pilot. Did that thing. 8. Alright, and we're good. We're relatively good. We can do this. It's pretty decent kiting since we actually get some heals in between. Once the weapon's down, we're safe to take down their piloting. Oh, I probably don't need to ion stun them in the weapons anymore. They're offline. I mean, honestly, crew is a resource, like hull, or drone parts, or whatever. 29 scrap and an ion intruder. I want to go to the store and sell things. 2, 3. Can't be done. Okay. I don't want to fight a mantis. I will help the Zoltans. That was not what I meant to say. Hey, Holy Stack, thank you for the follow. Alright, I mean, Zoltan's in an asteroid field, sure. Mantis typically have boarding, and the teleporter seems to normally detract from weapons. Zoltans. 2 Mantis and a teleporter. This is so close to crew kill territory. Close. Not quite. I couldn't get out there fast enough. Alright, I do want to switch their positions and have Timmy tank for a little bit here. So, like, fun crew kill shenanigans you could do against the teleporter and clone bay. We could injure this crew member to a very low health, because the AI always tries to teleport twice. And that means they would send this backup fighter. We could then kill them when they board us, and it'd be very easy to then destroy the clone bay and kill the weakened crew member. Problem is we're also in an asteroid field, though. 15 scrap, sure. A store? Oh, there's a store. Oh, wow, we could have got a third jump. 1, 2, 3. Is that good? 1, 2, 3. All right. Not 100% certain what's going to be here. Mind control is interesting. Flak 1 is super interesting. Shooter's gone. Alright, so Flak 1 is one of the best purchasable weapons in the game, just behind the Burst Laser 2. My opinion. Yeah, if we go Flak 1, the 3 projectiles is it's a lot stronger. So much stronger. And unfortunately, that kind of makes it redundant. Like, the Ion is good for stripping down shields. The Flak is also good at stripping down shields. And we want weapons that actually deal damage. I mean, yeah, that's good stuff. Store, sell, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 project damage. I mean, that is pretty winning. Let's sell this. I was gonna buy the mind control here. Gonna put us slightly behind, but not really. Ship. I need one more power bar. Then we get an amazing stack. How many repairs do we get? 2. Okay. Well, no, I meant that it's the second best purchasable weapon in the game. There are some people who are really big fans of the Halberd Beam. Again, I think it is a really good weapon, as well as the Heavy Laser 1. But I would say that most people would pick the Burst Laser 1, Burst Laser 2, then Flak 1. Don't be a dive. Doesn't look like a dive. That worked out really well for us. Hey, it's an asteroid field. Hey, it's a Zoltan ship with 3 shields. These fights have been a lot easier. I also probably want to turn off auto fire at this point. Okay, so we could potentially take damage here. Probably should really chill on the spread of shots that I was about to do. Mind control, dual lasers, nice. All right, we got one. We took 1 hit. Interesting. It's fine. Now they don't have a med bay, and they do have 3 shields. Honestly, drop rate is so hard, it's so weird. Sometimes you drop Flak 1, however, in Sector 1, sometimes you don't drop a single weapon. Yeah. Yeah, it's, I mean, I've had runs where... I think I saw a run where, like, someone documented, like, picking up 14 weapons, and I have another runs where I've picked up 1. So, like, FTL works in a sense of those 2 shots in an asteroid field are scary. Still, boink, and I figured you weren't gonna go for it. Where you hope, like, the bad RNG and good RNG mix well enough that you have a good balance of it. I always sort of see FTL kind of as, like, not winning the bad lottery, where you just run into a ship that rolled really good and you rolled really bad. So, like, when I lost my first 16 win streak, well, I didn't get my 17th win. I died Sector 1 to a fairly gross enemy ship, but it dodged 4 of my first 5 shots, so I couldn't take down their weapon system at all. And it's just like, oh, and they didn't miss anything. Like, none of their shots missed. They hit me in the weapons, they hit me in piloting, they hit me in engines, fires started. It was also an event where my weapons were hacked and a Mantis boarded, went directly into my weapon, so I couldn't do any repairs. Yes. What are you gonna hack? Mind control's probably not gonna do anything here. Oh, why did I think you had hacking? Apologies. You actually can't hurt us. That's amazing. Yeah, it's... The FTL gods give in the end, the FTL gods taketh away. I mean, so it's interesting, and most people say this, like, the carry runs of FTL, they're nice, they're kind of rewarding and whatnot, but it's those runs where you just kind of, like, hold on sort of by the skin of your teeth and you pull it out. Like, our NGA run that 2 runs ago that I had was, like, really suspect. Like, it just came together, and, like, it looked okay until Phase 3, the flagship fight. We actually flawless the first 2 phases. And then, it just got, like, super bad. So, like, as with the Rock B run we had, you know, not only did we run into back-to-back ships we couldn't kill, but both of them increased the rebel pursuit. I mean, I doubt we got 100 scrap in that sector. Yeah, well, it's really tough because there's so many elements that you just don't know if you're starting out. It's very easy to think that it's RNG. It's very hard to sometimes think of, like, mistakes you made way back when, or that you took unnecessary risks. Rebel controlled or Zoltan controlled? I'll go Rebel. Level 3 shields is our next priority. Level 3 shields is our next priority here. Do I even want to get a buffer point right now in them? Sure. I mean, we could have tried holding out for cloaking, but... Oh, hey there. You have cloaking. A giant missile. You have no shields. Okay, so, like, when we talk about bad luck RNG, this missile could just, like, slam us in the weapons and start a fire, and then we're in a lot of trouble. Like, I don't think I've done anything wrong in this run, per se. Alright, let's see if we get hit in the weapons. Oh, hit our piloting. Neat. Okay, we wasn't sure. That's kind of fine. So we're actually going to hit our piloting here with the hack. We don't have to worry about the runaway aspect. So if I would have hacked them in the weapons to buy me more time if I got hit in the weapons. Since it's not what happened, we went for the piloting hack and took down their weapons. You feel RNG? I would say it's still very possible to lose in even easy mode. Like, it is possible. I would say that you should win like 99.9% of the runs, and I don't have any numbers to back it up. Like, I think it is, again, you could still get, like, the Stealth B is still the Stealth B. Like, I mean, just beam weapons could hit and systems and cripple you. Like, that could totally happen. Like I said, Stealth B is gonna Stealth B. And then normal, yeah, normal is a little bit safer. But then, yeah, hard mode is where, again, it still will come down to good, bad decision making most of the time. Really, like, lowered my evasion for no reason. But it's very hard to say. I mean, sometimes it is. It's just incredibly difficult to know what it is that you screwed up on. I know. So, like, if you average out, if you take all the ships and the average win rates that I have on all the ships, minus tonight's run, and you, like, if I kept those numbers true for all those ships and did an even number of win runs, I'd have an 85% win percentage. But I definitely made mistakes. I think 90% win rate is, like, definite. Like, you could. If you don't make mistakes, you get to 90%. Some people have claimed to have win rates up to 94% across all ships. Stores. I really don't actually want stores. I just want scrap for shields. Might not have a choice. Pulsar, well, that's a fight. We always hack weapons in pulsars. Always hack weapons in pulsars. Level 2 door? Maybe they hold? Vision offline. Good. Normal ship on easy, should never lose. Like I said, it is... I haven't done enough runs to know if there's like the Stealth B are those just awful ships that can get... like... I know that they only have, like, what, 2 power weapon systems? Everything! Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna mind control your pilot and lower your evasion just a smidge. Just a smidge, don't worry about it. I'm also now gonna power up my medbay. Yeah, so I've gotten 16 twice. The world record is 80. But what? Only 4 people have the 28. No. 28 scrap, and then we'll just jump to the next store. Door! And I'm pretty inclined to get 3 shields. Just gonna get 3 shields here. You'll get there one day, Relieve. If I went really for the 28, I would have to choose my ships. Like, doing it... I mean, Dolphin Chemist actually did random, no pause, and got through 26, and all he had left was... The 27th run was the Stealth B, which was it was a pretty rough run. And then he just had the Kestrel A. Oh, I can actually buy power? Neat. How greedy is it to not do repairs? Like, to sell... I don't even think it sells for that much. Yeah, 80 win streak. Thomas Peterson. No, didn't do randomized. Did select their ships. But yeah, looped 3 times and then lost on Stealth B because Stealth B is Stealth B. Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, like you get it. If you did clear the Stealth B, then you know get it on the original ship. That's really cool. 25 scrap. Oh, I'll keep it for 25 scrap. It's fine. I got hacking. Got hacking. All right, next scrap is to power. Huh. I'm gonna stagger those slightly terrifying weapons, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. No, don't mind. Okay. Oh, you know what would also help if I had my weapons person in weapons charging my weapons? That might be cool. Alright, there goes my hack. Then we'll try and shoot you in the weapons. And we mind control your pilot. Stay close. Nice. Alright, hey, Krauth. You are next in the queue. I wish I could let you in there and catch you on fire. I really do. Believe me. I want you to die a horrible death. With no medbay, we're totally gonna get a crew kill here. It's gonna take time. Don't get me wrong. It's totally gonna take time. That's good value. And mind control. Yeah, no, it really does. I mean, we're learning, we're still learning. We're still learning. Like, you go to the FTL Discord, and then there's just some, like, new strategy or whatever. Like, oh, okay, I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, maybe if I turned my medbay on, that might help. Maybe that'll help. Mean control. How much health are we at? Okay, we should be able to kill them. Yeah, I'm not going to take surrender from ghosts. Not a policy I endorse. Power. Time to get the buffer, the piloting for blue options. Hey there. Okay, what are you hacking? With your heavy laser, 2 missiles, and my engines. Okay, mind control probably not going to do anything here. That it's definitely not going to do anything here. I think we'll just do a pilot hack. And our weapons charge fairly quickly. Enough. Mind control the missiles. Well, that's an idea. I mean, it's not one that works, but it's an idea. Did you just bomb Riot Blob while they were repairing? That's so rude. How would you feel if you were at work and then I showed... Well, I guess you technically are at work and I'm showing up and I'm shooting you, but you get the point. Oh, I mean, there's the hard way, there's the easy way, and then there's the sneaky way. So if you have upgraded to the 1.6, the sneaky way is a little bit more difficult. Unfortunately, can't get any ship improvements. Yeah, if you've unlocked the Rock Sea, you start with a Crystal crew member, and then you just have to find the Rock Home world. And if you've updated to the 1.6 version of FTL with all the new updates, then you can't do the extra sneaky thing, which is you can actually rename the crew member to Ruin, like so. And so if you rename the Crystal crew member Ruin, you make it to the home world, it will show you where the quest is. Now you can still, if you have that Crystal member, make it to Rock Home worlds. They won't show you the quest marker, but they will give you access to the Crystal home worlds. And then the other thing is if you beat the game with all A and B layouts, you do unlock the Crystal ships. What's going on next there? Nothing. Okay. There. I'm pretty cool on power and stuff, so let's do this for the potential blue option. Yep. What is your specialty? You'll upgrade my oxygen for 19 scrap. No, it's not something I totally need. Still fear new, only 20 hours of play. Oh, don't tell Mom. Be ever so disappointed in me. I'm just gonna decline. Yeah, 20 hours, you're just starting out. I have like 1,400? Probably closer to 1,500. Most of it's just talking with chat, though. Intruders on board. Giant missile, little missile. And more boarders coming on board. It's gross. Okay. Hurricane spelling. Yeah, correct spelling. Alright, how do I want to do this? So that's 1 power. That could be 2 power, so that means 4 power. Do we do Masala maneuver? I think we do Masala maneuver. Oh, that's extra gross. Okay, oh, no, don't run away from the weapons. Oh, trumps all. Do you ever buy crew? Yes. For boarding ships, crew is pretty paramount. Particularly, like the Mantis B, buying crew is the #1 priority, or anything that can do repairs. Sometimes you just buy the crew because you lose crew along the way. I mean, there are relatively good rules of thumb, like you typically don't buy missiles or drone parts. I mean, sometimes you do. You learn what the rules are, and then you have to learn when to break them. Yeah, I'm gonna need some help there. Really too concerned about my shields. He said, for the inevitable fall of mankind. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it, that's a good start. Okay, missiles, we have to be careful again. We want to make sure our crew stays at 30 health. In case this is an Artemis, which it isn't. It's a Lado, because we actually now see, I could have seen the power level here. Lados are 1 power, that's 1 power, so should be okay. Jumped away, forgetting to buy fuel with 1 jump from the store, and I'm out. Waiting for fuel is one of the worst. Alright, let's keep those missiles offline, if you don't mind. I'm just gonna keep venting. Of course it causes a breach. Why wouldn't it cause a breach? Alright, two crew can overpower. I'm gonna close the doors because it's got like a breach. Okay. I mean, 3 runs ago I forgot to check a map and ended up having to do double dive in a stealth B. That definitely cost me a run. I don't think I would have run it one anyways because I didn't find the store I wanted. Happens a lot. Happens a lot. Why are you running away? Why are you running away? Stop it. No. One time I went to get a drink say beacon because hard mode kind of forces you to manage reactor power. I left without putting oxygen back on. Yeah. So Dolphin Chemist's 26 win run, he had the Kestrel C and he walked away without power on. Lanius was the only thing that lived. And managed to actually win. We need this weapon here to stop trying to run away. I need you to stop it. I mean, we all have... Sort of the great thing about FTL is you have the stories. Like, you can tell amazing runs. I mean, I think I had like a Kestrel C run that was garbage. Like, I think I had like 3 ion weapons and then the dual laser. I had a 5-power weapon system going into like Sector 7 and got a win. And I was like, this is the greatest win of all time. And then you have the I'm massively overpowered and died in the flagship fight. Yeah. Stories are the best. Jump. Power bar? So tempted to dive. But no. And then you can do fun shenanigans, like you can do score runs. You can do scum diving score runs. Those aren't as interesting as like just trying to see what kind of high score you can get, which actually does teach you like how to get better at getting crew kills without boarding and when to dive and when not to dive. And we'll see what you're hacking. Control. All right. So yeah, the AIs are weird. Like when they might hit mind control for some reason they don't work. And I think we'll do a piloting hack. Guys, we have Dwarf Fortress. I remember Dwarf Fortress. Nice. I remember exactly 3 things about Dwarf Fortress. Number 1, I was a blacksmith who was unskilled, and you, like, fired me from my job, essentially. You gave it to someone else. We named a duck Milt, and then the 3rd thing I remember is we named a duckling Miltling. So, like, the FTL community often talks about, not often, but has talked on multiple occasions about, like, why Into the Breach doesn't quite get the same kind of love as FTL. And one thing is, it's actually fair. Like, you should be able to consistently win in that game. But the other thing I said is, it's really tough to explain, like, a story in Into the Breach because it's so positional. My mayor was a fishmonger. True. And then, so after I finally got like a 7K score, I was trying to see if 8K was possible because I hadn't seen anyone get an 8K. And while I fell short, the numbers from it did let me know like 8K was possible. I then went to try and see what was the lowest score you could win with on hard mode, and at the time the lowest I had heard of was like 3,800 or something along those lines, and eventually I put in a score of like 2202, which, you know, nobody really thought was that possible, but now there's actually quite a few people with Mersala has a sub 2K and is the current world record holder and did it with no pausing to boot. It only took them 3 runs, I think. No, I'm a hero. I'm gonna do hero things. We only have 2 shields. I think we'll be good with a mind control. We need to do 4 points of damage. We are still really weak to boarding. Thank you for, like, boarding away from anything that's even significant. I do appreciate it. That's super kind. What's a low score run like? Well, I figured out, so originally I was running the Stealth A, and then I switched to the Crystal B, and it was figuring out what is the absolute minimum build you can win with. So it's like 3 shields, 4 engines, and then you can get like hacking or mind control. Actually, I'm a proponent of mind control. It makes phase 3 a lot easier. And then just a lot of good microing, or macroing. No microing. Like, I think on Mersala's run, no. They managed to get like a clutch weapon, like right at Sector 8. So like my 2202 run, I think it was like an hour-and-a-half run, but like 40 minutes of that was the flagship fight, because I was using a Zoltan to constantly steal power from systems to make up for my low energy. But I also bought a clone bay, which Mersala didn't buy a clone bay, so there's like points you can like shave off here and there. I just don't really care for that type. Don't feel like I need it. Zoltan control. You really want me to go Zoltan controlled? Like the 3rd Zoltan control. I'll go Nebula. Alright, because mind control's still gonna work. We have these. Okay, slugs in a Nebula. We have the piloting for blue options if need be. So what we want is level 4 engines and the power to run it. And then let me see, we have 18 power. I'm gonna buy another one in case we go into an ion storm. Then it rounds up for us. Alright, and good sector position. So ideally our final system will be cloaking. Mind control? No, we just attack the ship and go for crew kills. Only gonna be 2 crew. Ooh, we'll do a Scott here. So the Mersala I couldn't do. So Mersala's maneuver is where you hack the weapons and mind control the crew member in there. And there's a couple other little things to be considerate of, but doing so, it typically breaks like the slowest firing weapon, which is normally giant missile. What Scott does is you mind control the pilot, and then you also hack the piloting. So they're gonna fight and beat each other up. And then we hack it. Oh, close. We were 1 point away, and we would have just had like the crew kill right then and there. Off just by a skosh. 51 scrap though. So I just needed to be just a little bit more patient before I fired my volley and would have been fine. One of the fastest crew kills you can get. Hey there, you have missiles and hacking. What are you hacking? 2 heavy laser wounds and okay, those are good weapons. Yeah, I don't think I can let those weapons go up against no shields. The weapons are fast enough. Okay. Well. Evasion on this ship is disgusting. Good for you. So I had a plan, like we would take out their piloting, and then our weapons would cycle theirs, and wouldn't be a problem. Became a problem. All right. Well, now we took their online, and we get our hack. There's a lot of really cool. Like the separating, it's one of those skill sets that actually separates like the top tier players, is the ability to get crew kills with weapons. So I can never get the stasis pod, and I got it. All right, well that's step 1. Yeah, dodges happen. We could have taken a lot more damage that fight. 20 scrap. 150 scrap gets cloaking. We're in sector 6, have 109. I want the extra evasion. That's only 40 scrap. I want to save up for cloaking, so we'll think about it. We'll think about it, because we are down to like 11 hull. And like a few extra point of dodge here and there can make a difference. Okay. Alright. Again, we'll have our volley off first. Okay, good. If this came offline, then we're fine. We would have had enough time to see if we could then hack if need be to prevent the burst laser 3 from firing. I mean, there are people who are, like I said, you have good crew kills, you can do some fun score stuff. There's a lot of mods. Some people play no pause. It is kind of bonkers. 143. Store? Somewhere? Out there? I will attack the pirate. 3 bombs and a burst laser. Cool. Cool. Kill potential. Go with the medbay hack here. They're gonna burn out of other missiles relatively quickly. Just stop attacking, pirated. Just who do you think you are? I'm the good guy. That's what you do. There's a stun bomb in there. There are firebombs in there. There's a stun bomb. Get that fixed. said, until they hit us in our shields, we're okay. Oh, you lived? Why would you do that? Would you be a jerk and stay alive? And... mind control. Still going there with the, lost my hacking. I have to actually, like, repair that. Close doors, open doors. The repair. Alright, and then we can, you know, do crew kills with mind control. Is no pause hard mode even possible? Uh-huh. I believe that is something you solely play. Nice. Alright, since we can't be hurt, we're now just gonna, like, take time. Like, I would be very tempted by crew, particularly a mantis. Like, a mantis would be really nice to help deal with the border situation. Okay, let's mind control. If we mind control the pilot, I have a feeling that this one is really focused on the repair. That's not going to pull it, but it will go the reverse way. Huh? Which health are you at? Okay, no, we just shoot the mantis a lot. And we shoot it some more. 31 scrap and assistant repair drone. That's another 15 scrap. Oh, I totally should have healed crew. Gonna heal crew. What about hard no pause, upside down, inverted controls? That sounds like something Ursala would do. Now, if you said, what about doing it on a dance pad, I would say that would sound like something ELAD difficult would do. I did. Oh. Hey, guys. Store? Don't mind if I do. No, no, no. Pink and orange. Who do I have ahead? Pink. I think I have somebody ahead of Pink and George. Krauf. They don't have. Why don't they have things? Clone Bay, crew teleporter, and drone control. There another store immediately nearby? No. Okay. I'm just gonna get some repairs and some fuel. And keep up the 150 scrap for cloaking. Eventually, we're totally gonna attack this automated ship. What do you got? Okay. So if we take down your weapons at all, we're safe. Source should have at least 2 pages. I am a massive Y72 to be too honest. Well, technically 3 would be everything. Like, I think there's only 5 slots. Drones, systems, weapons, crew, and augments. I totally should just shoot them in the shields. It's not going to matter, but it would be more efficient to wrapping this fight up. A diamond dealer to unlock shop H though. And there's just little elements to, again, like add the consistency. Like, I don't think it could ever be that, like, and I probably don't even want it, like, that you win every run. Ooh, Hole Smasher. That's money. Yep. Like, I think that, like, trying to... Sure. 10? 10? Like, trying to limit the RNG too much would essentially, like, stop FTL from being FTL. That's what some people's complaints, I know, like, Cyberbilly talks about, that hacking, not that it's too powerful or anything, but that it dramatically changes the game from having to sort of overcome RNG to just, like, absolutely removing it. That's because Ari is tough. Hey, the Federation ship. Zario's tough. It's a lot of doors. Did my drone get shot down? What? Okay. Control. Okay, that's a fire. That is a stunned. You know what? You fix that. You help here. Do you think there's Coda? Yeah. Coda is something else. So we actually have Spooty Biscuit on board our ship. If you're familiar with Crypt of the Necrodancer and you're not familiar with Spooty Biscuit, you should also be familiar with Elad. So let's hold on. We're gonna stop for a second here. I'm gonna raid Elad or host Elad difficult. So Elad does run Condor, which is Crypt of the Necrodancer online racing. They're about to start season 7. So if you want to see high-end players, like, give that a watch. The other thing is, so we have Spooty Biscuit on board. Spooty Biscuit has crushed Necrodancer as much as you can crush it. Not only has Spooty beaten Coda, Spooty has beaten Coda low percent, which is beating Coda without picking up any items, and did so in Amplified, so all 5 zones. Just an absolutely insane accomplishment. Yeah, don't do repairs. Okay, you have a repair bot. Should have probably noticed that earlier. "48 quest marker next sector, sure." Want crew, I want cloaking. Suppose we can get the breach online, probably, maybe. Yeah. I would say that probably one of my top, like, 3 gaming accomplishment of all time will be that I actually beat story mode in Crypt of the Necrodancer. So that's Nocturna, Cadence, Melody, then Aria, without anyone dying. Breach online. Do fun things with that. That's actually, because I looked it up, recently in the 2018 Guinness Book of World Records, Spooties is in there for the Coda Low percent. I think 2 years ago they had like Ink None for world record in cadence speed, but now they only have the Coda Low percent. They're like, beat it Coda Low percent in the fastest time. It's like, it's not that it's fastest time, it's that the time even exists. Okay. Maybe. Okay, we're safe. They have 3 projectiles, we have 3 shields. They didn't have to waste a bomb there. We can take down their piloting now. Got it. $41 scrap. Do not connect? Okay, so we go here, here, then exits. Yeah, there is, I'll threaten you. 3 fuel, 43 scrap. Sort of tempting. 41 scrap isn't bad. You know what, I'll take it. I'll just take it. I'll take the extra fuel, not have to fight. That's fine. Yeah, I know that there was some rumblings in the community, the fact that Arya was even part of story mode. That's actually why Ryan decided to be nice and give Arya a potion. Mantis Aggressor, that's redundant. Open fire. We're gonna board with double Mantis. You need potato. Oh, already starts a bit. Right, potato. Apologies. Are you kidding? It went to repair the oxygen. What even is this? Do cadence humility, do everything else, then do Arya. None of that makes sense. I don't know. Because let's see. Because Bolt is tough. Mary is very tough. Monk is very tough. All the characters are very tough. Alright, how much health are you at? I'm probably gonna lose those fights. Do I have a breach? Have any oxygen? Alright, let's sort of see what the situation is. Yeah. Let's do in repairs. I'll whip my mind control back online. Practice stack of item pool and single. No, I'm not. Trust me, I am not saying Arya is easy by any stretch of the imagination. Or, I think you can play the older version, so you only have to beat 4 levels. What's odd is if you ask people who are used to playing Arya, they will tell you that the hardest part of Arya is the fact that it goes backwards. Fight. Okay, gotta be on kind of low health, right? No, you're like on full health. Yes, I'm slowly kind of trying to maybe get a crew kill by burning through an inordinate amount of bombs here. Is that the third one? Feels like that's the third one. Because Zone 5 is harder to get off the ground, but overall starting Zone 5 is easier because you're better by Zone 4. Well, yeah, but Zone 4 has that nice compartmentalization where you can just dig a room and kind of avoid swarms and ease into it. Versus, you know, those lightning bolt throwing guys and everything else in Sector 5. Oh, you're repairing weapons. Okay, the O2 is still busted. The clone bay is still busted. I don't want to break the system and take an extra hull damage here. Smart. Small bomb, not smart bomb. Really? Really? Is yeah, no, we'll... Feel I can get away with this now? Oh, you two could just kill each other? You two could just kill each other. I appreciate it. Thanks. Wow, they bombed that 3 straight times. 23 scrapping and heavy laser Mark 1. That's kind of good. That was a nice little double KO. Alright, we jump to the exit because there's nothing at an exit in a nebula. I still have that, that clip where I think I had to save your life 4 times in a fight, and then I think we still lost that run. Or somehow you unfortunately perished at some point in time. Very forced to play 100% clean with no cheesy kill. You got to absolutely nail down every pattern of every monster. Right. It's if you play like the original 3 hard ones, Monk, Arya, and Bolt. Like after playing Bolt for a while, the rest of the game feels a lot slower. It does force your brain to process really fast. Monk gives you the most situational awareness. Like minding your surroundings, and then Arya is probably, you know, sort of the most technical. You know, took me a while to beat Arya, but all that practice, when I get to like zone, I think when I got my PB speed-wise pre-amplified, it was with a dual dagger, and I just like ripped through zone 4. I was like, oh yeah, dagger in zone 4. That's totally normal. Okay, so we're looking for cloaking from the store. We have 100 scrap into that. Have others. I'm probably gonna keep this just for crew kill enableization. I don't know. Heavy laser is just as good. I mean, just deals more hull damage. So we'll stick with that. Do I want to do anything else? Close. Alright, we'll just stand pat right now. We don't want to, like, just scrap board, though. We gotta be careful. Oh. Oh, hey, just a store. Is that my jumping cross point? No, we can go to it. Alright, store. Some fuel would be nice. NG crew. And there is a real possibility we should see like 3 stores in this sector. But there's no guarantee that they will have crew. Alright, selling this. Yeah, I think those be okay. Sell the breach. Weapons and engines, training, piloting. Okay, buy the backup pilot. We'll buy 2 crew here. They're not the crew I want. I admit that. Again, I probably would prefer a Mantis. But they're bodies, so they can still help me deal with borders, plus they're just going to be really fast with repairs, and I can actually then name them after people who asked so kindly to join. South, and then I think pink was last? Pink and orange. It's always good to let your chat decide how you should play. That always works out really well. Always works out. On doors, we'll put you in fields. Good times. And save. Pairs. Like I said, I do plan on coming across to another store at some point. Double missiles and cloaking. Oh, that just looks like a lot of damage. Just looks like eating a lot of damage. No. No. I know it hurts my score, but... Investigate. Quest marker. Okay, well, I have to go 1, 2, 3. That is happening. Really curious what this is. Just got this game absolutely getting smacked. I have no idea how to survive to the point you are. Well, I'm also playing hard mode. So my beginner tips are, for people starting out, 1, pause. Like, it's there for a reason. Pause. Think about your decisions. 2, get as many jumps in every sector as you can. People have a sort of a tendency to just rush to the exit. You want to jump on the exit right before the rebels take it over. So you maximize jump, that maximizes scrap. And the third thing is, I would say, is pay attention to enemy ships. They give you a lot of information and sort of teach you what to expect in a given sector. Like, I mean, we can look at this ship, and so we already see what systems it has. We know that it has hacking, it has a clone bay, which if you're not playing with advanced content, you may not know what those mean. But we see all of its systems are. We know this is a halberd beam, a burst laser, Mark 3, so this is 5 projectiles. It's going to fire at 19 seconds. This will fire at 17 seconds, a little bit faster because it'll be manned. And then if you're really good, which I'm not, you can probably figure out what bomb it is by knowing what kind of ship it is. We're going to reject their offer because we are. Okay, so now we get to see their crew. It's a bunch of NGs. It's like a lot of NGs. Okay, so we're going to go with an O2 kill here. Until they hacked my hacking. That's rudest. Okay, we're not going to go with an O2 kill here. Just going to shoot them in the weapons a lot. Luckily, their weapons will take a lot of time for them to fire. We're going to pause. And right before our shots hit, we mind control the pilot, try and lower their evasion somewhat. So if you're playing easy, you start with what, 30 scrap? Shield? Just get a buffer point in shields, and then the next 20 scrap, complete that process and get shields too. That is the right play, I would say 90% of the time. Couple ships like that isn't. But once you get 2 shields, most of your enemy weapons are a lot easier to handle. And so you have 2 shields. If you're not taking any damage, then that's like repairs you don't need. Your weapons are always firing. All really good things to have. You also want to start getting like an idea of like what weapons are good and which ones are not. Now I'm not accepting surrender here. Your burst laser 2s, burst laser 1s, those are good weapons. Other weapons, not so much. Yeah. Do you recommend going with bots or missiles or lasers? Bots, do you mean drone control? Drone control is pretty much universally considered the worst system. Missiles are also typically panned because you need that extra resource for missiles. So normally, like I said, it's like lasers are your best friend. The reason lasers are your best friend is weapons have 2 jobs. Actually, do I? That was really smart. Weapons have 2 jobs. For the most part, there's actually a third other job. The first job, their job is to take down shields or do system damage. The third job is to, like, kill crew. So, laser weapons are able to do both. Laser weapons can take down shields, and they can deal damage to systems and hull. Ions can take down shields, don't do damage. Missiles actually don't take down shields really well. And then, like, beam weapons do a lot of damage, but they don't typically take down hull or shields for you. I used to have a weapons guide. I'm pretty sure I have a weapons guide. I forget why I actually named it. Nope, I'm terrible. I'm the worst. I probably, like, changed it to something legitimate at one point in time. Do it. No, do it. Other stuff, FTL, weapons guide. Copy link. Paste. So that is like my weapons guide, my thesis about weapons. It's geared towards hard mode, so that means that enemy ships are going to be a lot harder, a lot faster. But most of the principles are still sound and sort of gives you an idea of what you should be paying attention to in a given run. And like what weapons are good and bad, which there will be, you know, people have different opinions on what is good and what is bad. Hey, Skegan Game, thank you for the follow. Jump up. I'm buying engines because I only need 150 scrap for cloaking, and then 180 scrap buys me shields 4 if I don't get cloaking. Opinions are bad, actually. No, I think, like, it's still even good. 64 scrap and a defense drone. That's kind of amazing. Is there anything that at least gets you to think differently? Destroy the ship. They're just pirates. Yes. It's a store. Alright, store. Hey, cloaking. Neat. This I don't need. This I would... Yeah, no, I'll take it. Okay, so cloaking pretty much gives us everything we need to win. Carry, yes. Yeah, the most carried. 2, 6. I'm gonna buy human. Any fighting humans? No, you're a repair human. Wow, Maxwell, you clearly skipped classes in school. Since NGs, I have 3 NGs. They do have combat damage. That's just not ideal. And I have tons of scrap right now. Personally, not a fan of combat drones, beam drones. Offensive drones they're really bad. They're actually not as good as the computer drones. They used up drone parts, and hacking is way better. Maybe. No, you hack my engines. Oh, it's a Zoltan. Oh, it's a Zoltan. Okay, this should be fine. And cloak. Not 100% chance. 75. Oh, got hit. Crew fuel, 56 scrap, and crew kill. Fire out. Oh, weapons. That makes sense. Yeah, the idea is like have goals so that you're building towards something every sector. And so you have a general idea, and again, things that will happen in game that will change that. Like sometimes you can go a little bit more weapon heavy, or you have to go a little bit more defensive. Exit. Yeah, board ships are... yeah, no, I mean, some ships only have boarding, or well, I shouldn't say only have boarding, but they do come with a teleporter. There's some really interesting things you can do with it. In easy and normal, it's almost overpowered because the final boss boarding gives you some really good strategies to essentially, like, cripple their weapon systems for the most part. I don't know if I would say the Slug V is built for boarding. You have to board with it, but it's not built to make your life miserable. Do I want to dive? Do I need to dive? I don't need to dive. But... oh, we also only have 4 drone parts. Let's not dive. Let's not dive. We do only have 4 drone parts. Now we're gonna get 10 fuel and 10 hull repair. Neat. And we're looking... really, a store? Yeah, I could sell this. And there's our base. There's our repair. We can make a beeline to the base to defeat the rebel flagship. Or... well, let's jump around a little bit. Yeah, the key with boarding, if you actually... I don't have it up, but Dark Twinge, if you search for like Dark Twinge and FTL on YouTube, he has a series of videos of little ins and outs, little micro things you can do. Actually, I can sort of show you something. Intervene and defend the outpost. So let's say we have like these 2 NGs in a room, and we're like, this NG's getting beat up, and we want to swap them out. But what you can do is you can select to move them into a different room, and you see how their 2 movement squares are here. And then we select this one, put them over here, select this one, put them over there, and if we do that in pause, they just swap their positions nice and clean. Okay, you got a big missile, which I can cloak the missile. Projectiles actually don't even crack our shields. Am I the one that's getting beat up? No? Okay, human, earn your keep. Is Riot Blob our fight Nenji? Apparently we've made Riot Blob our fight Nenji. That's fine. Riot Blob... know anything about Riot Blob. They like to punch things. Gonna wait on that. Mind control. The mind controlling them lowers their evasion. If they only have level 1 piloting, it's 0. Level 2 piloting, it's 20% what they normally have. Okay, we got the missile offline. That is what we wanted. I've been typecast. Well... wrong. Oh, why'd you get the missile back online? Why would you do that? Why would you want this giant missile online? Okay, missile back offline. Zip. Alright, yeah, I really don't have the drone parts to try and go for cute crew kills or anything along those lines. Well, as I would. Oh, the other thing is, typically you also want to target enemy weapons. A lot of players start with shields. Like, they want, like, their weapons at maximum. You want to hit them in their weapons, and by taking their weapons offline, you're safe. Then you normally want to rotate to their shields. What this strategy does... is, so once their weapons are offline, then you're going to be safer. And then if you hit their shields, their person who's piloting will try and help do repairs. Most times. As the game progresses, they'll have more crew. And that pulling of piloting will then drop their evasion. So they'll have less shields and they'll have less evasion. Really don't want you to fire that missile. But boarding has like a lot of really intricate strategies, like the AI actually really prioritizes defending the shield room. How would you do that tactic on no pause? You can't do it the same perfect way on no pause. They're talking the safety dance. I think that's what. Geez, I'll take 100 scrap, sure. I mean, you can probably do it numeric keys, but it is like this: send out and then send back in. Not something I practice. Oh, I want the store. I really don't even know what I get at the store. I would buy drone parts. I mean, we could just... Let's not be greedy. There's no reason to be greedy. No reason to be greedy. Oh, wow. Hungering scanners. Yeah, that's great. Don't need any of those things. Sell this. Just in case. Good stuff. Okay, let's sort of see what our situation is. If we do a piloting hack or engine hack, we're fine here. We need a buffer point in our O2, because if they hack our O2, we're in a bad spot. Buffer point there. Have I ever tried a no shields run? I don't think I've tried. Actually, when I was doing my, Hey Wolf Wolf, thank you for the host. What were you up to? I actually made it to Sector 7 once without buying shields and trying to have a score below 3,000. I think I got like a 3349. Back when we thought 3349 was low score. Okay, so you got weapons, I see that. Wait, where are you trying to go? Oh, you want to fight in my weapons? You can totally fight in my weapons. We'll fight in the weapons. Go on in. It's lovely. I now have a ton of drone parts. I don't know, let's do O2 hack for change of pace. We have cloaking. Alright, so we see that they have 2 power in their oxygen. We start the hack. Mind control their pilot. Oof. Wow, they must have really high piloting. They must have had a level 3 pilot and that to miss all those shots. So the interesting thing is that if we broke their system, the hack actually still drains oxygen from them. Fine. This we cloak. Alright, so we've killed 2 of their crew off. Why don't you heal? Evasion. Also, if you're like low on power, unless you're, trying to run away, you only need the engines up when the shots are firing. Little things. Waiting for my hacking to come back online. There we go. Speaking of which, actually drop the flak to maximize dodge here, and we'll cloak. Same thing with, like, we can turn off oxygen. We have 96% oxygen. It's fine. Let's not put out that fire. I mean, they don't even have a pilot, and they're still getting in some clutch dodges. Just out of bed, nice. We are in, well, we're at the, towards the end of it here. All right, so the oxygen level we see now is at 15%. Of course, the danger is accidentally, like, doing too much damage to their hull. And oxygen 0. Get a crew kill, get 55 scrap. We do crew kills when possible. A, it looks cool. B, you get more scrap and a higher chance of getting free items. Yeah, we get a repair, so we have tons of drone parts. Alright, let's go to the base. So because this is hard mode, the final boss is significantly harder. Just FYI. Sort of, I can kind of explain how that boss works. So we're gonna wait for it to come to the base, because it is a 3-phase fight. Also, I don't want a crew member in there. We should spend all of our scrap, though. Buffer point, buffer point, buffer point. I'll do. I actually technically have a buffer point in that. Buffer? Alright, buffer points means, like, you know, I can take damage to that, 1 damage to those systems, and they still work exactly how I expect them to. Alright, so we wait here at the base. Alright, this is it, the Rebel flagship. If you are able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance of surviving. There is no turning back. Alright. So if you're playing on easy, no advanced edition, it actually only has 3 shields. Whoa, no, sorry. It'll only have 3 shields versus 4. If you kick on advanced edition or play on any higher difficulty, it will have 4 shields. If you also don't have advanced edition, then it doesn't have hacking in this phase or mind control in its 3rd phase. The other difference between hard mode and easy or normal are this room here and here. They do not exist. Let's use kidnap strats. Right. So for like easy and normal, a really good strategy is to do 7 damage to this room in phase 1. What that does is it takes this offline, which is the missile launcher, which is widely considered the most dangerous weapon on the ship. And by doing 7 damage to this is offline and this crew member is dead. That means for phases 2 and 3, you only have to do 3 damage and then 4 damage to take this system offline, and then it never fixes again. So the 4 weapon systems they have, this is an ion, this is a laser, this is missiles, and this is a beam weapon. This fires 3 ions, 3 lasers, 3 missiles, and a 2 damage beam. They do not work like conventional weapons, they work more like artillery weapons. So even if you they actually only take 1 power to run, but their charge time decreases the more power they have going into those systems. It's also, if you ever have sensors up to level 3 or 4, they're turned off so you can't see how the computer is cheating. Again, that's sort of same across the board. So yeah, these are all 3 in phase 1, they're 3 powered in phase 2, and then in phase 3, when these are 2 left, they're actually at level 4. It's good fun times. Now the other systems, it has level 3 piloting, it has 4 shields, or total of 8 bars and shields, it has a level 3 hack, only a level 2 cloak, max doors, max medbay, max O2, only level 2 engines in phase 1. No! Oh, Krauf, no. I hope everything's okay. You know, some people have been reporting that the game's been, like, crashing more. So, its evasion is pretty terrible. Tilted, understandable. Yeah, it has level 2 engines, then level 3 engines, then level 6 engines. That's when the dodges really start flying. Alright, so our first thing to do is it's going to cloak. It's level 2 cloaking, and then hack a system. Level 3 hacking on a level 1 oxygen system can kill your crew, but if you get it at level 2, you should be able to sort of make your way through it. So we're going to find out what they're hacking and let them cloak, and then we wait. Alright, then mind control. That's a bit annoying. Not the end of the world. Alright, so we're just going to run back and forth. Now, there's a couple different philosophies here. There's shield hack, there's piloting hack, engine hack as well. If you have beam weapons, shield hack is typically your best bet. Drop their shields down, and then you want to cut a beam path, typically from their piloting to their weapons. If you have beams and projectiles, doing this is a really cool strat, because if you beam through their piloting, like, that's going to drop their evasion, and then your other shots are going to hit. If you destroy their piloting in total, then everything hits. Yeah, so that would be the ideal strat. If you have like a bunch of projectiles, piloting hack is totally solid. And you do have a bunch of projectiles. So we want to keep our cloak for the missiles, because they ignore our shields, and then hope we just do good against the rest of everything else. Alright, so cloak. Alright, and we get our dodges. So we're gonna break cloak pretty quickly here. Fire shields, and gonna hack. So their evasion is gonna be 0. Our 3 shots will take down 3 shields. So we do 2 dual laser shots to here, plus the heavy. That should take out that room, and then 2 shots to this. We also hopefully take the cloak offline. Alright, so cloak is offline. This is now offline. So while they're trying to get that repair, our weapons are charging. At best, they only have a 5-second cloak, which is really convenient. This is a bit of a sketchy situation with like things like a weapon hack, because they're hacking times with their cloaking. Where would be a scenario if you hack engines over piloting? Like, it doesn't... Because it's only like a level 2, like, if you just have a way to just do 2 damage to that system, I don't think it matters too much, because they just have such a high amount of crew. There are some interesting scenarios where, depending on where the crew is, when it jumps away and jumps back, like, you can actually get a pilot hack and keep them out of there. The other fun thing we want to sort of do in this phase is, if possible, kill enemy crew off. It's going to make phase 3 a lot easier for us. Okay, they fixed it. Not surprising. No, I probably should also turn on my level 2 oxygen. Okay, that system's still busted. We're fine. Alright, there you got dodges in. Our weapons should charge in time. Oh yeah, I need you to not break my shields. Thank you. Again, it's just most important that we keep the cloak up for this. As long as you do... Typically, if you do 1 damage, you're fine. If you do 2 damage, you're golden in that your cloak... that you've slowed down the missiles enough that your cloak comes back online. Let's just fire everything in here and see if we can get some crew kills. Hey, got 1. Okay, we're still good. Missiles offline. Our shields are good enough to stand the beam. Everything's good. I did it again. I'm off timed. Tisk tisk. Still safe. Wow, they really like mind controlling my NGs. Okay, we're still good. Alright, we're gonna learn our lesson and not try and fire before their cloak comes back online. See if we can learn. It's like you wanted me to be mind controlled. Why would I want you to be mind controlled? Hey, look! Pink's now mind controlled. It's fine, I can actually ignore that. Hack again. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 damage to these systems. But the idea behind that is I want them to be doing repairs over here. So when this part of the ship falls off, hopefully, I'm gonna try and sneak in these shots. Okay. Alright, so we took no damage in phase 1. Awesome. Them hacking mind control made crew kills a little bit tricky, but we killed 1 crew, and this part of the ship fight fell off. Should mean that those crew members are dead as well. But I know I can't be true. And we'll go back. Alright. We actually wait at the base. Can I do anything with 31 scrap? No. Wait. The reason we do this is it sets up what is known as kidnap strats for phase 3. Okay, so we're on phase 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crew still there. Okay, so they've lost their hacking, they've lost their door system. What else did they lose? And they lost their cloak. They've now picked up a drone system, and there's going to be a drone surge. Now, drone surge operates like an asteroid field or a pulsar. Like, destroying the drone system doesn't have any impact on it. In the harder difficulties, they add more drones. Drones themselves are random. Like, sometimes they'll be all combat, some are all beams, or a combination of the two. As far as this drone system, so how the AI depowers their system is the boarding drone gets taken offline first, and theirs was only 2 power instead of yours is 3. Then there's the 2 offensive drones. I think it takes off the combat drone, then the beam drone, and then the defense drone 1 is the last. It has level 3 engines again, 3 power, 3 power, 3 power. Now we're gonna do the super scummy thing, the most scummy thing of all time. Right? Yeah. We're gonna sneak our hack past their defense drone. I just want to make sure what I'm... should I do a piloting hack? I'm gonna do a shield hack. Just to sort of cut the ship apart. And then our mind control should be fine. So this defense drone really wants to shoot down our drone part. Okay, good, it's at an angle. We can pause. See, now it's firing, but it's firing where our drone is gonna be. We turn it off. Shot just sails past, and then we turn it back on, and it connects. We only have a level 2 hack. You need a level 3 hack to take their shields down completely, but with the mind control pilot and 3 shield bubbles down, we're in a really good situation to do a silly amount of damage. We can also open up all the doors, because this is going to cause a breach. Alright, let's commence the hack. You deal with this person so they don't break my system. You're technically not doing anything, neither are you. I do need oxygen on. A little bit. Just a little bit. We want to save cloak for the drone surge. There goes our mind control. So again, everything to try and take the missile system offline, ideally, hopefully. Alright, missile system down. Alright, we're gonna power all this stuff up. I'm not too worried about the drones. Again, our cloaking is online. Weapons charge fairly quickly. Okay, we're still good. We're still good. Alright, and here comes the drone surge. So that's seeded. So whatever drone surge you get in this phase is what you'll get when it comes back. I think even if you jump away and come back, the drone surge stays the same. We're gonna cloak it. Okay, they got the repair. Crew is fully healed. Keep oxygen. Power our evasion. Okay, where is the most damage we can deal? Again, like, picking off some additional crew members makes the next phase so much easier. So much easier. My hack just came back online. Yeah, and it's still like, it's 7 damage to kill off a crew member. Unfortunately, we're not dealing 7 after the flak. Dealing 6. Alright, so my squaddies go. Fields are okay. I'm gonna mind control them in there. I want a lot of people in the room. Again, they sort of prioritize shields here. Our cloaks back up for the drone surge. Pump level 2 oxygen. The reason we're keeping all doors, if you open up all the doors in your ship and have level 2 oxygen, it will mitigate the oxygen drain of a single breach. Let's swap them out. Poor NG's been taking a beating. Actually, they have no pilot, which is pretty amazing. I think my power shot, the heavy laser, actually hit something. Those seem to have another breach somewhere. That O2 is not fixing. Not rectifying itself. That's okay, we'll cloak it, we're fine. Fine. We'll fire everything here into their shields. They're just trying to pick off a couple additional crew. It's going to make phases so much easier. They have 4 points left. Okay, they don't even need hacking. We can put that into the oxygen evasion. And you two deal with this jerk. Oh, they repaired their missiles. Okay, well, that's unfortunate they repaired their missiles. We'll maximize our evasion as much as possible. Oh wow, we got the triple dodge. That's, you know, incredibly fortunate. Alright. So getting some crew kills there, I risk potentially getting hit by missiles. It's still actually pretty good strategy. Like I said, the more we kill, the more we don't have to deal with in the last phase. So was I totally wrong and I don't have a breach somewhere? I was just full of craziness? No, maybe I was full of craziness. Full of craziness it is. Alright, we're gonna heal everyone up. And now we're set for phase 3. Borders shouldn't be a problem, because we should... I think there's only one border left. Power... by power. This makes things a little bit easier. Hmm. No, I mean, it could, like, it depends a little bit. Like, sometimes it can take a while. It depends if there been, like, I probably was just low in the whole area, so it was going to take a lot of time to sort of fill in to get to normal levels. From the first one, it's very likely. All right, so phase 3. All right, so we jump into the flagship here. The reason we've done all this, why we stay at the base, is we now have the base to safely jump back to. So if things go horribly wrong, the base never gets overtaken except by the flagship. So we have that too. It's sort of the early strategy on dealing with boarders. Like, they have this teleporter, and all their crew will board your ship, -1. So it's easy to sort of get overrun. What you can do then is you just charge your FTL, you take on as many boarders as you can, jump back to the base, kill all the boarders, do any necessary repairs, and then engage the flagship again. Alright, so it has a Zoltan Super Shield this time around, which takes 12 damage versus the 5 yours version does. It has a level 3 mind control and a level 3 teleporter. And again, these weapons now have more power into them, so they charge even faster. This is like typically the phase where, again, we had the nice missile dodge. If like trying to do flawlesses is the hardest without things like, I don't know, Zoltan Shield bypass, really cool weapons, pre-igniter, and all those other things. So first we got to take this down. We can't hack. I'm totally gonna mind control my crew member here. You only need level 1 mind control to break level 3 mind control. Alright, and we just gonna send everybody to take them out. Now it also has level 6 engines, like a lot of engines. We could cloak the missiles. But again, I'm actually going to be saving it for the weapon surge. Yeah, so this missile's going to get hit. It's already crossed our missile threshold. Even if we cloak, or I'm sorry, our shield threshold, even if we cloak, it doesn't matter. So how web projectiles work, once they cross the shield line, they're locked on to hit or not hit. It'll tell you misses there. If you don't have your shields up, it's when it's over a room. Get that repair. Ooh, fire in my hacking is not good. Mind control again, so we don't have to deal with the porters anymore. Hey, when did you get affiliate? Today. Don't tell anyone. Alright, so this is when we want to use our cloak. Zoom. Yeah, again, on harder difficulties, there's more projectile. Open the doors, level 202. Let's get that fixed, hopefully. And power this, and still have not yet corrected the Zoltan shields. Okay, there we go. Is the power surge hull laser shots? I don't think they do double damage against hulls. I don't know if they have a higher chance of causing breaches or not. I didn't think they did. Where's the lumber out of? Assume you mean out of the nest? Okay, so we got our Hacken. Got our O2. Turn crew to their positions. That's good enough. Alright, again, wanted to try and take this missile weapon offline. It is the more annoying of the weapons. Maximize dodge, mind control back. Okay, that's fine. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. Let's repair all the systems. Because while we're doing repair, they are distracted. They're not operating at maximum efficiency or maximum evasion, skill, whatever. Okay, so that is fixed. They are now here. So that's why actually I swapped it, because I kind of want them doing repairs. Lowers their evasion a little bit. We'll cloak that. I don't know. They only have 22% dodge. So the danger, though, is killing this crew member is actually a bad thing. Because an AI will take over the ship. It will still have oxygen on it, but an AI will take over, and again, that will mean like all their systems are considered to be manned again, so their evasion will jump up to like 44%, 46%, or whatever it is. So normally you want to leave one alive to tell the tale. Or you can just damage the piloting to a point where it doesn't matter. So now it doesn't matter. That's it. I mean, there was a little hecticness, like early middle section, you know, swapping over to some new weapons where we just needed some scrap. But that all came together pretty well. Pretty easy flagship fight. Thank you for the GGs. Let's see what the final score was. We did it! Yay! Benz and Riot and Spooty. 52-20, that's not a lot. And we didn't defeat that many ships. 1,700 scrap. That's kind of an average run. A little low on the jumps. I think there was that one sector